Hey, and welcome to our second word game. And this week's words for Ali are all about the body.
They are. Are you going to read them out or shall I?
Hey, you carry on. Yep.
Okay. So we have the words that Rich has chosen for me are brain, heart, veins, breath, water, life, stomach, cells, hands, eyes, arms, balance, walk, rested, and touch. What words do you have, Rich?
Yep. So Ali has given me kitchen utensils. So I've got balloon whisk, spatula, can opener, garlic press, blender, hot air fryer, pressure cooker, tagine, wooden spoon, scales, splatter guard, spice rack, mandolin, colander, and cookbook.
So I take it you've finally agreed that these are not technical words
They are technical words.
and they're not breaking the rules.
They are breaking the rules.
No, they're not. No, commonly found items in the house.
They're technical words for the cooking world that have drifted across into the modern day.
Are you saying that most houses in the UK do not have a spatula?
I'm not saying they don't have one, but I'm saying these are technical words that have cross-referenced into from the cooking world into the modern day home.
Okay. Right, who's going first, Rich? You or me?
Let's give this a go then. All right.
You or me?
Hey,
You or me first?
I'll go first. Yeah, let's get this over and done.
Go on then. Weave a tale about the kitchen utensils then, Rich.
Out of the kitchen, hear a massive scream. The shock and horror of the owner. As the child's party was in full swing, the balloon whisks its way out of the window and it had gone up into the air and lost. All of a sudden, splat on the floor with a spatula that had been stuck to the ceiling. It had just missed the owner, left a messy mark all over the floor and the ceiling. And in the corner was a can opener. It was like a blood scene from a horror movie, covered in tomato juice, just left there, surrounded and covered in blood of the tomato juice, which is slowly dripping its way onto the floor. And in the fridge is the garlic, bench pressing away and annoying the onions and making them cry because they weren't able to do as much lifting as what the garlic could do itself. Oh, that blender, how it did swear, and hot air coming off it, as there was a friar praying away and blessing him and telling him that it's not good to swear. The pressure got to the cooker as it just blew a gasket and didn't really know what to do with itself because there's just too much confusion going on. And the tagine had entered the competition, but only won the wooden spoon, which is better than nothing, I do guess. And the scales, they were all held in balance, weighing and measuring what each child was doing and waiting for the gifts to give to Santa Claus. Because, you know, all the good children get all the good gifts, apparently. The splatter guard came in useful simply because it was there to round up and keep an eye on the security of the can when it was covered in all that tomato blood juice. The spice rack, well, no mention of what that was up to. Mandolin, well, she was quite happy getting drained away in the colander. And all good things come to an end when you read the story of the cookbook.
Very nice. Challenge delivered against. My turn. And the theme is the body. Okay. What if we were to equate the world around us to the body? Because if you think about it, the brain, and this is a very topical subject, you could argue would be the collection of knowledge. Now, it started off with books. Well, actually, it started off with the spoken word, and then it became the written word, and then it became books. But that brain is now that collected knowledge, maybe on the internet, the World Wide Web, maybe AI. Yet within that concept of our world being, and in a way, the body, where would the heart be? Is the heart maybe the beating collective energy of the people within that? Are the veins our pathways, maybe? Our roads? Or maybe even our communication channels? And the breath and the act of breathing, well, is that almost the seasonality, maybe? Or is that the air currents? I mean, we talk about climate change, we talk about the environment, and maybe that in itself is the breath and the breathing within our world. And then you get to water, which is, you could say, almost the essence of life. It's essential to all things. And it's intrinsic in even every breath we take. We create and we disperse water back into the atmosphere. So that means then that the concept of life is all around us, even in things that we could potentially argue were on the surface inanimate objects, but they still have a purpose and a participation in this process. So does that mean then the stomach then would be things such as maybe, for instance, the network of food providers, whether that's supermarkets, whether that's restaurants, fast food establishments, they are in effect providing that nutrient. And then we get down to a cellular level, to the actual cells itself. Is that the individuals within that then? Us as an individual part of that? And if that's the case, then what are the hands? Where are the hands? Now, that's an interesting one, and I had to think about this. In fact, I'm kind of still thinking about this, and I have a feeling the answer is going to come in the most unexpected way. Because hands reach out, hands touch, hands carry, hands mold. So there might be more than one thing within this environment. And the eyes, well, that could be the ever-growing prevalence of CCTV. It could be even things like our mobile phones, the fact that we take selfies everywhere we go, the fact that we share images, because surely that's the purpose of eyes. The arms. They're a bit balanced, really, aren't they? The arms. They help propel us forward. They help us achieve that balance when maybe the ground and the terrain is unsteady. We immediately spread our arms to reach out for stability. Interesting, that isn't it? We spread our arms to reach out. And what is it we're reaching out for? Stability. Yeah. When we balance. Now, the choice is we can choose the pace at which we move through our environment. And it's quite often that's variable. So we'll move maybe at a walk, other times we'll run, other times we'll sprint, and other times it might feel like we're standing still, yet our environment continues to move around about us. So is there actually such a thing as standing still? Is it even possible? Because in that moment, in that pause, which we do have every day, I mean, these are when we are at rest, when we are rested, maybe when we sleep, yet there's still movement within that. And in everything, there is connection and there is touch, because touch doesn't have to be hand to hand. Touch can be more ephemeral. Touch can be with the environment round about us, because it's all connection. There
Nice
you
one,
go.
Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed them.
Mm-hmm. I'm a bit disappointed though, Rich.
Was that?
I thought you were going to do the wee folk one.
Oh, well, maybe another time. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed that. And thank you very much for listening.
Take care and feel free to
Take
join
care.
us.